Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the FPL Duo. We're back again with a late one. It's now about 10:30 UK time. So, yeah, we don't normally stream at this time. We thought we'd do a quick stream. Won't be long, this one, maybe 30 minutes tops. We'll see how it goes. But we always like to react fresh after the set of matches. And yeah, what a game week so far, man. What a game week.
Yeah, Tuesday night football has been thrilling. In some matches, a lot of delight, and others, quite disappointments. But yeah.
Tuesday's games were decent. Obviously, today as well, some nice games. And then we've got one more game left. Obviously, West Ham, Leicester, but most people don't really have any of the assets. I think it's fair to say. Let's start off with both our teams. Got a few comments here. Just one bonus for Trent. I think so. He was on 2 bonus before the sub, I believe. He was on 2, but then I think he downgraded it to 1. So he ended up on 1, right, Jordan?
Just to clarify that, because it was changing 1 to 2 and then 2 to 1. He's currently, it's gone back to 1, so he's on 7 points. So he's not on bonus 2.
So does that change our rank and our scores and everything?
Yes, it will change our ranks and scores.
So I'm on 48 then?
Yeah, and I'll be on 59.
Okay, cool. Okay, so let's go with my team. So in goal, I had Pickford. They just played today, and it's a draw. 1-1. I think Everton could have won that match from what I hear. They had a lot of chances. Beto missed 3 1-on-1s apparently. Beto missed 3 1-on-1 chances, but it is another game where another unbeaten game. Moyes is unbeaten, I believe, in the Premier League since he's took over. So what a job he's doing.
Yeah.
And obviously they get a late equalizer, Jake O'Brien. Wissa scored, unfortunately for me, and Mbeumo got the assist because I don't own any of the Brentford assets, and that's played a part, I think, on my red arrow because I don't have any Brentford. But yeah, Everton 1-1, and unfortunately Pickford couldn't keep the clean sheet. Moving into the back three, some good positives here. Gabriel, I believe, got an 8-pointer, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously clean sheet, and I believe he got 2 bonus points. It's not confirmed yet. But yeah, 8 points in the 0-0 draw for Arsenal against Forest, which probably ends any slim hope they had of a title challenge. So that's 13 points behind Liverpool at the top. And going on to Trent, Liverpool win 2-0 in a comfortable win against Newcastle. A lot of people thought this could be a tough game for Liverpool, but Liverpool were pretty much in second gear and absolutely cruised it against Newcastle. So yeah, I was very impressed with Liverpool. I thought Trent defended really well. We saw against Man City, he wasn't great defensively, even though they won. But this game, I thought Trent was really good. A couple of really nice passes as well. And yeah, great performance from Trent. And then Robinson, unfortunately, was benched in this game. So he was benched and he came on for the last 15 minutes, I believe, and got a yellow card. So 0 points, unfortunately. Moving on to the big one. I wasn't in the deadline stream, as you guys know, because I couldn't make it. And I ended up captaining Palmer. Last minute, I switched from Salah to Palmer. And it was a roller coaster of emotions because when I did it initially, I was thinking, Southampton, they look poor defensively. Surely Chelsea are going to put 3 or 4 past them, which ended up being right, but we'll come on to that. So yeah, I captained Palmer. Friday night football kicks off. And if I told you Chelsea would score 4 goals and win 4-0, and I told you Palmer would not get a single goal or assist, you probably wouldn't have thought that was possible. Because usually when Chelsea score, it's usually Palmer. They rely heavily on him. But yeah, lo and behold, nothing from Palmer in that match. 4-0 win for Chelsea. Couldn't believe it. He also missed 2 absolute sitters that he normally scores. So I felt a bit unlucky. I thought it was a good decision, but a bad outcome. And obviously, after today's game, I think I've got away with it as well with Salah just getting an assist. I would have taken that all day after yesterday. I thought Salah would get a goal, and he could have as well. So I think I'm a bit lucky I got away with it, but I also feel unlucky that Palmer should have outscored Salah this game week with the chances he had. So yeah, 50-50 on that, how I feel. Dango, blank, unfortunately, and he also subbed off late on. Salah, we just mentioned Liverpool played against Newcastle just now, and that game, it was 2-0 in the end. Salah got the assist for the McAllister goal. Nice assist. That's now 17 assists for Mo Salah. 17 assists, and he's got another 9 or so 10 games to get 3 more, which would make him 20 assists. So coming for that Henry record. Yeah, another great performance from Salah. Could have had at least another assist. He put it on a plate for sort of Trent for a bit. We put another one for Diaz. Yeah, he could have had 3 assists, to be fair. Also could have had a goal possibly, but yeah, good performance overall. Cliver carries on, 10-pointer, very happy. What a goal from him. Didn't watch it, long range. Yeah, he's just having a fantastic season as well. So double-digit haul from Cliver, very happy about that. And this saved me from even a bigger red. And then a bit lucky this one. Obviously, no one saw this coming. The Newcastle team sheet's released and Isak's not even in the squad. We find out Isak's picked up a groin injury. Don't know how serious it is. I think it is minor. So I had Rodgers automatic sub. So Rodgers scored in yesterday's fixture for Aston Villa was it a draw? No, sorry, Aston Villa lost.
They lost.
They got smashed 4-1 by Palace.
Yeah.
And obviously consolation from Rodgers. Watkins also assisted that up. You will see in my team as well. So Watkins picks up an assist. Rodgers gets a goal. Rodgers did score another one as well. So Rodgers had 2 goals, but one of them was ruled out. I think it was offside, I believe. And then Chris Wood up front playing Arsenal, who blanked. I didn't watch the game, but I heard he was quite quiet. I think he had 1 chance to pretty much in the game to score. So yeah, I didn't expect much from Chris Wood, to be honest. I thought if he does score, it'll probably be 1 goal max. But I'll still probably keep him now and see how Forest. I didn't watch it, but I heard most of the game they were defending in that one, even though Arsenal were struggling to actually get any shots on target. And then on the bench, obviously Isak was my auto sub. Mikalenko got a clean sheet. Is that no? Sorry, he got an assist, didn't he? Today.
Yeah.
The assist for the goal. So should have probably played him over Robinson, but I didn't know Robinson was going to get a benching. So it is what it is. And then Lewis, as I don't think he played against Tottenham tonight. So yeah, all in all, I think that is it 48 points?
Yeah, that as it stands, 48 because of Trent's bonus changing.
I think Trent's bonus has changed from 8. Sorry, from 8 points to 7 points, which means I'm actually on 48 points. I'm not sure what it does for my rank. I don't know if it will change it much. I can actually have a look. If I know I always forget what my code is. I'll have a quick look. No. Found someone else's team. I'll check my rank quickly. Okay, so I'm actually on 48 points and my rank is now 485k. So how big of a red? It's not that big of a red arrow. I was on 440 and we're now 480. So it's a 40,000, 40k red. So it's not massive red. Safety was 57. So it's quite a high safety, to be fair, considering I got I'm a 9 off safety. So not the best week, but I've had a lot of green arrows recently. So it's always going to come the red. So yeah, 485 I think I'm at, which it's not great, but could have been a lot worse, if Salah ended up hauling. But then it also could have been a really good if Palmer got the goals. Let's move on then, Jordan, to your team. Talk us through how your game week has gone.
Yeah, it's been a great, obviously, game week. My points rank are obviously incorrect as well, due to the auto sub and the bonus points changing. But let's start off with Pickford in goal. We discussed that game. It was obviously a draw in the end, 1-1. Moyes keeps his unbeaten record with Everton. And yeah, the game ends in a 1-1 draw. No clean sheet for Pickford. It was wiped out, but he does get 2 points. regardless. Moving on to the defence. So everyone had a return, I believe, in the defence, whether it be a clean sheet or an assist. So Milenkovic got his clean sheet. He also picked up a yellow card in that draw against Arsenal. And yeah, I watched that game in particular to see how they got on from their defeat against West Ham, and seemed like the same business as before. Arsenal struggling to score despite having 13 shots. Only one was on target for the entire game. So that statistic alone, with 65% possession in that game as well, shows how Arsenal were struggling in terms of that final third. But Nottingham Forest did hang on despite Arsenal's best efforts. Moving on to Munoz, again, he has another return, an assist this week. No clean sheet for him because Aston Villa did score one goal from obviously Rodgers scoring against him. So he picks up 4 points. He also got a yellow card as well, which he ends up on 4, which isn't so bad considering the clean sheet was white for him and got an attacking return, which is now back-to-back ones now. And finally, moving on to Trent, who is now on 7 points, not 8. Picking up the -1 with the clean sheet in that pretty comfortable 2-0 win against Newcastle. So Liverpool will be happy to extend the gap away from Arsenal by 2 more points. And yeah, they're looking nice in front running in terms of the title for the Premier League. Moving on to the midfield, and yeah, quite a selection of returns. So Burma gets his assist to obviously Whistler's goal in that draw against Everton, which is nice. The double Brentford did pay off, even though people didn't get a clean sheet. I was hoping that the Brentford guys did the business, and they most certainly did, starting with Mbeumo, which he then ended up on 5 points. Palmer, on the other hand, only 3 points from him, and ironically, I triple captained Palmer in the reverse fixture against Southampton away, and that score ended 5-1, and he only managed to score 1 goal in that game. So considering he didn't score any in the 4-0 win against Southampton this obviously time round, maybe it comes at no surprise. But again, it's substantially shocking considering the 2 chances that he'd have in that game. Could have potentially been a haul for him, but only 3 points from him this week. A lot of people will be a bit disappointed for those who did go different captaincy wise, but might not have regretted it as much because we move on to Salah, who was my captain, only getting the assist and the clean sheet points. So those who did back against him were not really that far off of a massive red. So I guess it is mitigated a bit for Salah not scoring and getting a massive haul. So yeah, an assist regardless, another return for him, and 12 points for the captaincy. Finally, Cliver on the double haul 10 for his nice goal. He also gets the -3, even though Brighton did win 2-1 in the end. And that obviously that goal was a consolation for Bournemouth. But yeah, nice return for Cliver. Up front, obviously, you've got Isaac as the auto sub for Rodgers. And this is why the bench order is very important in case there's any shocks or surprises, in which there was. Isaac wasn't in the squad. And that means for me as well, Rodgers comes on with 7 points. So yeah, I'm happy with that. That makes most of the bench I could possibly get in terms of points. And yeah, nice auto sub there. Next to him is Chris Wood. Yeah, not really involved as mentioned. Very quiet. Although there wasn't many chances in that game really. Only 3 shots in total together in that game. A lot of them were off shots, not on target. And majority of the possession was in Arsenal's favour. So yeah, not surprised that Chris Wood does blank in this fixture, but worth playing him regardless. And finally, we got Wissa on his nice goal and 9-pointer as well. He picks up the -3 over in Burma, who usually gets it. And yeah, double Brentford attack has paid off once again this week. And yeah, quite happy with the result from that game. And obviously the bench, obviously Isaac is the auto sub with 0, Vardy Marson 0 points, Huijsen with 1, no clean sheet for him, and Mikalenko picking up an assist against Brentford. So I missed out on really 1 point extra if I didn't play Munoz over Mikalenko, which isn't so bad. Considering my back three, I wasn't expecting the back three to actually get that many points individually. It is a green arrow. I have broken to the obviously over the 2 million gap, so I am now that it's updated. I'm 1.8 million in rank green arrow, and my actual points are 66 because I haven't compensated for Rogers being the auto sub coming on. So it is now 66 points in total for me this game week. So yeah, all in all, it's been a nice game week. High score points and going in the right direction.
Okay, nice one. Take a few comments. No, don't. Damn, I'm losing mini league because of this point. I think that's the Trent bonus point. Yeah, I watched the Everton v Brentford highlights, and it seemed like Better was in Flecken's pocket. He missed a lot of chances in that one. Nice to see your rank getting better, Jordan, says Harry.
Yeah, slowly but surely, Harry, climbing the rank.
Thoughts on Salah's performance? I know he got the assist, but Hall gave him a hard time. That's so crazy to me. I don't think he did, but I think Hall had a decent game. I mean, Salah didn't score. I think it's the first game he didn't score in 8, I believe. I still think Salah could have had another 2 assists in that game. And I also think Salah was very unlucky. I think Hall was very lucky, that he didn't give a penalty away. He sort of, in the first couple of seconds of the game, he sort of tripped up and he fouled Salah. I thought it was a clear penalty. So Salah could have had a pen as well. So yeah, I thought that was a bit fortunate in his side. But yeah, overall, I thought Hall did quite well, considering obviously the form of Salah. Hi lads, 55 points with Bowen and Wan-Bissaka to play. Getting Clive on for Isak is very lucky on my part. As far as I know, I'm rolling my transfer. Yeah, I mean Clive for Isak, is what it is. I got Rogers for 7 points. Bit of luck, but I guess sometimes you need it. Evening gents, says Soul Searcher. Glasner was very good for me. 40 points from him. Yeah, back-to-back 20 pointers from Glasner, guys. Obviously got another 20 points after his 4-1 win. And he's absolutely smashed it. Whoever went Glasner back-to-back. Obviously, I went Glasner last week, but my chip ran out, or I would have kept it on Glasner probably. And yeah, went from 1.9 mil to 850k. So halved his rank pretty much, which is big at this stage of the season. Like the stream, people. Yeah, please, guys, like the stream. I really need a Bowen masterclass because my rank dropped 11k. Bowen tomorrow, isn't he? Against who did they play? Leicester. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's a good game. You definitely could do something.
Yeah, I think I'm a bit jealous of Bowen owners because obviously they got Leicester.
Yeah, Bowen's a good pick for this game week. Let's bring up my team for game week. I forget what game week we're going to go to. So game week 28.
Yeah, it will be game week 28.
Game week 28, guys. It's coming quickly. The season's not many games left. However, this is my team. I've got 2 free transfers, I believe, because I rolled my transfer last week, or this game week, I should say. So I've had 2 free transfers. I've got Pickford in goal, who's got Wolves. I've got Robinson, Gabriel, and Trent. And in the midfield, I've got Salah, Kluivert, Dango, Palmer. Salah captain is a lock against this Southampton team. Not changing it at all. And then up front, I've got Wood, Isak, Watkins. On the bench, Rogers, Mikalenko, Lewis. In terms of boss team, Jordan, would you play Rogers against Brentford away ahead of the Bournemouth guys who've got Tottenham, or even Wood against City? Because Man City are picking up a little bit of form again. I mean, they beat Spurs today. What do you make of the boss team? Anyone on the bench that you'd play, like Rogers, for example?
I think I would play Rogers, who's got Brentford away, especially when a lot of people took Rogers out due to him not having a return until obviously scoring that goal against Crystal Palace. So yeah, I think somehow fitting Rogers into that team.
Who did you take out though?
Well, assuming that Isak is injured and not fit for 28, I think that makes your choice very.
Nah, I think he'll be fit. I don't think it was serious injury. He was on like the bench with the team and everything. I don't think it is. I think it was a minor. I think I saw it as also a journalist as minor knock. So I'd expect Isak to play against West Ham. I mean, it's one of the Bournemouth mids I could take out, but I don't trust Tottenham, and I think Bournemouth could beat them. So
then I'll probably suggest taking out Dango, just keeping Cliver in there.
yeah, but I think Bournemouth might beat Spurs, and I wouldn't be surprised if they put a couple past Tottenham. Tottenham are a strange team like that. So yeah,
they are a strange team. You don't know when they're going to win or lose a game, but they are struggling in the table, and they do need to get the wins behind them.
I could play. I could also play Mikalenko instead of Robinson. Robinson has Brighton away. Mikalenko has Wolves away. So I could even do that. But at the moment, I think this is the team, guys. And in terms of transfers, I've not really thought about what I'm going to do. Obviously, I've got 2 free transfers at the moment banked. I think what I'll do is, weigh it up. I might get rid of Watkins. Possibly, I'm trying to look at the fixtures now. What's a nice fixture? I think Cunha is someone I like the look of. But Cunha plays against Everton away. Sorry, Everton at home. So I don't know how good of a fixture that is. Let's look at Gameweek 28 fixtures. What stands out? Liverpool obviously stands out against Southampton. Palace against Ipswich is a nice fixture from Mateta, Munoz. I'm still annoyed that I don't have Munoz. Chelsea Leicester is a good game still. I know Palmer. I wouldn't be captaining Palmer again, but I think Leicester is a good game. Man United and Arsenal is very interesting at Old Trafford. I don't know what you're going to think of that one, Jordan, but yeah, some interesting games.
And I saw Man United win 3-2 today with 10 men. I never saw that coming at Old Trafford. I'm not sure how they pulled that one off, because I heard that game was an absolute mess all throughout, but somehow they got the 3 points from that game.
Yeah. I didn't watch it, but 10 men, yeah.
Yeah, 10 men pulling that off, even though it's the Ipswich. Quite impressive. In terms of transfer plans for your team, though, there is something else you could probably experiment with from the bench wise, because you got Lewis there, and he didn't play obviously this game week. He was, I think, benched, and I think that's 2 games now in a row where he's been benched. Could you possibly swap him out for maybe a Crystal Palace asset like Munoz?
Yeah, I might actually do that. I could do Lewis to Munoz. I'm just looking at Palace's fixtures longer term. Move Palace got Ipswich, then a blank. 29 is a blank, and then after that 30 they've got Southampton, but they do double in 32, so I could still bring Munoz in because long term he does have a double, even though it's a tough double. Man City and Newcastle both away.
I still think it's still worth bringing him in, obviously, because we've seen him get back-to-back attack and return, so he has that potential to not just get a clean sheet. And he's got a nice fixture against Ipswich at home, which could be worth going for before the blank.
No, I probably will consider that. Wolves, I like Wolves' fixtures as well. Like, I think Wolves' next 4: Everton, Southampton, West Ham, Ipswich look really nice. I'll share my screen. Hopefully you guys can see that. You see that a bit better? Bear with me. Here you go. I mean, just looking at these fixtures, Arsenal's next couple, there's no greens in their next 4. I don't know if you'd want to go for an Arsenal attack. I personally would avoid. Aston Villa, I'm not as keen on them at the moment. If I'm being honest, Watkins might get rid. Bournemouth, I still believe good picks. Kluivert, Dango. Only problem is Evan Nilsson's back, so I don't know what that means for Dango's minutes, but they've got some nice fixtures. Brentford, fixtures aren't the best on paper, but I still think having one of Iwisa and Burmo is still fine. I think they'll still get returns in these games, and I'm a bit worried that I don't have either one. I might be tempted to go Brentford, even though the fixtures aren't the best. Brighton, I'd avoid for now. Fulham, City, Villa, Palace, and you don't know who's going to score. They're unpredictable scorers. Chelsea, I think, hold Palmer for one more, and then after that, you can make your decision when he plays Arsenal, Tottenham, Brentford. Palace, good fixtures. They do have a blank, but then they have a double afterwards. So you still hold Munoz. Mateta's a good pick. Everton, I still think are good picks for the next two. After that, it gets very tough for Everton. Liverpool, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, Man City, Chelsea to end the season pretty much for Everton. So tough running. Fulham, tough games now. Ipswich, obviously avoid. Leicester would avoid. Liverpool, blank in 29. But either side, they've got some nice home games. Liverpool have quite a few home games now coming up. So Southampton at home, then Everton at home. Everton have shown that they can be tricky fixture, but at Anfield, you'd expect Liverpool to win. Man United, Bruno, does he become an option? I've seen some in the chat saying, do we bring Bruno in? What do you reckon?
No, absolutely not.
2 assists, I think, today.
I mean, yeah, it's great 2 assists, but when you're going to see the next assist from Man United from him? Because considerably that match was messy, especially at the beginning of that game from Inana. And I rewatched that bit because I didn't watch the game, and that was absolutely appalling.
Yeah.
I'm amazed at how Bruno got 2 assists in that game. I will watch the full highlights of that just to see how chaotic it was, but nah, Bruno for me, no.
For me, Man City is an interesting one. I think Man City not meant to have a double. Will Man City have a double coming up? For some reason, I thought they would have a double coming up, but it's not at the moment. They might have a double, I believe, FA Cup dependent. But yeah, Man United, we've spoke about them. Newcastle have a blank and then a double in 32. So I like Newcastle assets. Isak's obviously the worry, see how serious it is. Gordon could be an option for the double, possibly. Forest, I think they're fine picks. If you've got Chris Wood, I think it's fine to hold long term even. Even the defenders, another clean sheet for them. If you've got Nottingham Forest defense against Arsenal. Southampton, avoid. Spurs, I'm not keen on them at the moment. West Ham, I think Bowen is coming into the frame again, but he's quite a bit of money, I think, for what he's worth, in my opinion. I'm not sure I'd go to Bowen. If you can afford it, it's not a bad shout. Next couple of fixtures aren't bad. I mean, Newcastle, Everton, Wolves, Bournemouth. There are some tough games in there. And Wolves have some green fixtures. Everton, Southampton, West Ham, Ipswich. So I think Cunha, Ait Nuri for the next 4 could be nice.
Yeah, they look pretty tasty, actually, the Wolves fixtures. Definitely Cunha's on the watch list, I think, in the next 5. Because even that Tottenham one at home, that's pretty good too.
Yep. In terms of your team, Jordan, if I let you quickly bring up your bus team, just quickly read us through your bus team, and then have you got 2 free transfers as well?
I certainly do, because I did also roll on the deadline. So, as it stands, I do have 2 free transfers. Pickford starts in goal for me against Wolves. The back 3 selections are, as it stands, Milenkovic, Munoz, and Trent. I'm definitely set on Munoz and Trent. Bit 50-50 on Milenkovic. I'm not sure who I could swap him out for, because Huijsen, I don't expect a clean sheet against Tottenham away, and even Mikalenko possibly might not keep on against Wolves. So I might just stick with Milenkovic against Man City, because who knows, even though they found a bit of form recently. Midfield stays the same. In Burma, Palmer, Salah, and Kluivert. Not sure Rodgers will fit into the frame again. He might just be the bench option there in case any injuries or surprises again in 11. The front 3 again still remains Isak, Wood, and Wissa, who have average fixtures. I think Wood is the most difficult one. Obviously, Man City at home. He's just played Arsenal. Again, not really expecting much from Wood, but I'm going to play him anyway because there's no loss in playing him regardless of his current form. And then obviously Isak has West Ham and Wissa has Aston Villa at home. So double Brentford. After Aston Villa losing 4-1, I'm quite delighted to have double Brentford, I think, for that game. especially at home. And obviously the bench is Rogers, Huijsen, and Mikolenko, which that probably stays the same as it is. And Salah captain, Southampton at home.
Okay.
If anyone's brave enough to go against Salah this week, fair play to you. We'll be intrigued to know who you go for.
Me? No, I'm on Salah.
I mean, like in general.
What do you mean?
Like whoever will pick their captain if it's not Salah.
Okay.
Yeah,
no, I can't see people backing against, especially after Palmer blanking. I can't see no one going to Palmer. But yeah, what your transfer plans? You got 2 transfers, right?
Yes, 2 free transfers, and I'm going to roll again. As boring as it sounds, because there's nothing really I need to do.
Okay, so to 3, you'll have 3 next week then. Heading into 29 blank as well. You could even maybe get away. You could even get away with there's no point if you're gonna roll this week, there's no point you free hitting in 29 then, because you're gonna have 3 free transfers. You can navigate it with 3 free transfers, because otherwise, I'm thinking that's a possibility as well for you.
Yeah, you will find out on the deadline whether I use the transfer and then use a free hit in blank game 29.
Because you've only got 2 blank players, right? Isak and Rogers. You can bench both and then play the rest, I believe.
I think I got 3 because Munoz as well.
Oh yeah, Munoz. Sorry, yeah, but you can bench all 3.
Yeah, I can bench all 3 of them and get away with using any transfers, and then keep the free hit, and then load up on double Gameweek players in 32 along the way.
Because there's going to be another double, I think, in 34, I believe.
Yeah,
it's not confirmed yet, but there'll be another 34 double, which you might want to use your free hit then, or potentially. But it's going to be interesting, obviously, talking about Gameweek 29 blank, how we navigate that.
Yeah, so I do want to try and not use the free hit 29 now, and save the transfers for later, and then use the free hit when it comes to double game with 34 instead now, because I don't have a wild card. I've already used my second one.
Yep. I've still got mine, obviously. Don't know when I want to play it yet. So I think 30, 31 possibly. So we'll see. I might free hit 29 because I can wild card out. I could dead end into 29 and then wild card back out. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, guys. We just thought we'd do a short one. It's late, it's just past 11 o'clock UK time, so we're both tired. We've both got work tomorrow morning, so yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. I just wanted to get on a quick stream, discuss how we've done, very early thoughts of game week 28 as well. But yeah, stay tuned. When is the next deadline? Because there's been a lot of game weeks, it feels like, in quick succession.
Next deadline is as normal on a Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. But again,
my birthday, 8th of March, next deadline, my birthday. So, yeah.
Yeah, special deadline, obviously, for Huss's birthday.
Yeah, I'll be there for sure. But yeah, 8th of March is the next one. So there's a little gap now. We've got just over a week, which is nice. Feels like there's been every 3 days there's been a deadline. Was it me, or I don't know?
Yeah, there's been a fast turnaround of obviously games, so it's nice to have this.
I think this is the last game, right, before international break, or when is the international break? I think I think after this game week there's an international break, and then we're back into it. There's only one. Liverpool only play one Premier League game in March. Obviously, they've got the 2 Champions League games, and the next Premier League game after that will be in April. So, yeah. Bit of a break now, so yeah, it's all good. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you've enjoyed the stream, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed, and we will see you on the next one.
Yeah, take care, guys. See you soon, and enjoy the rest of your game week.